recreation within the state.
Okay. And speaking of the outdoor recreation, behind me on my banner and out your window, there's that beautiful Lake Mead. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this question. How is Lake Mead doing
Actually,
water
we're
wise?
we're on the rise.
Wow.
So we've had a couple great winters, which 2 years ago was just amazing, and so we're really grateful for that snowpack in the Rocky Mountains. And so it gave us a bit of a reprieve, and we will go down from by the end of the summer just a little bit, but not as much as was drastically. You saw these images across the national news of tumbleweeds and the lake was going to dry up, and you saw the boat sticking straight up in the air that
Right.
had been underwater for so many years. And many of the stories were of dead bodies found in barrels. And it was the craziest thing. And I've always said you can turn negatives into positives. And so we were able to share a lot of great information about Boulder City and some of the recreation that could still take place within the Lake Mead National Recreation Area, even if it got to Deadpool. Deadpool became like this big word, right? I think we kind of helped the movie because everybody was talking about Deadpool. And so at that point, we really try to communicate that recreational opportunities still take place on the lake, even if it had gotten to that point. And so it was thanks to some of our elected leaders, and I really want to make sure that we give Congresswoman Dina Titus a shout out and Senator Jackie Rosen. They both were very instrumental in making sure that we were able to protect the ability to still use Lake Mead as a recreational site, to be able to find ways and access to that, whether it was launch ramps, how we devised that
Mhm.
funding to make sure that we could keep those launch ramps open, and so it is still allowed for that recreational opportunity. And so we definitely want to never forget that that is also our water supply for the South, for Southern Nevada here. And so that's very important too. We want to protect it, but we were very grateful noting that the conservation efforts and those that were representing those interests had even made the statement that there is no reason to not have recreational use of Lake Mead, even at that lower level. We're very grateful that we never got to that lower level, but we're also really grateful that we had all the assistance that we had. Mike Gauthier, the National Park
Mhm.
Superintendent for us here at Lake Mead National Recreation Area, phenomenal. I mean, I can't say enough about this gentleman. He brought such energy and really his expertise and really fought for us. He's such a champion for this area. So another great reason why you still have that beautiful lake in the back. Not that he has any control over Mother Nature, but he definitely knew what to do when we were in a crisis.
Excellent. And you had Mike on the Best Damn podcast as a guest.
I sure did. And he was an excellent guest. He probably could go into broadcasting himself.